Welcome everyone to the Goddess Temple. My name is Chris, and for this message, sorry, I'm moving my camera around. But for this message, what I have is don't be afraid to ask for more. Like actually ask for more. So what? Someone rejects you. So what? They say, you're not good enough. So what? Build yourself. Go on this journey of learning what it means for you to have more. If you're going to ask for more, that means you need to understand what it means for you to have more. What does that look like? For you to have more means for you to receive more. And so, what does it mean for you to receive more? What does that look like? What does that feel like? How does that move through your body? Are you uncomfortable with the idea of it? Do you want to go run and hide and bury your head in the sand? Wonderful. Let yourself do that and then come back out and change the story and the narrative. Be asked to show you how to do that. How can you practice to have more? Right? It could be that you're learning how to have healthy food, right? Having putting a little bit more than what you normally would eat. How does that feel? Doesn't feel so great. Okay, so then what does it mean for you to um what is it to for you to receive more pleasure, right? What does it mean for you to co-create with someone? What does that more look like? How do you play with these ideas and these stories? And you keep asking the question until it begins to click in your mind, right? Allow yourself to be curious about it. Don't be curious about it because out of this desperation. There's already systems in places for you to be replenished, right? But there's also systems that are currently being created. So, books, teachings, podcasts that are currently being created so you can learn these ways on how you can develop yourself, right? Self development, soul progression. Go on the journey of learning, get curious, get creative. And when you get creative and curious, you will see in the places where you're like thinking quite limited, where you're thinking with limitations, right? Limited limitations, of course. Um, and how to move through it. How do you understand where your limits are? How do you be okay with the fact that you have a limit and that there's a shadow to that limit? Are you okay to see the shadows of your limits? Are you okay to hit an edge and then find out that you need to actually take care of yourself? That you've depleted yourself? What does it require for you to replenish the places that you have depleted yourself in? How do you strengthen those places? How do you nourish those tissues, those nerves? How do you nourish your mind? Right? That's why we go to school. We educate ourselves. And we understand that it's not enough that it's school that we go to once we start working. Especially if you want another career or if you want to grow and develop in that career, that you need to learn another skill. And you're learning the skill on the thing that you are lacking in. You're learning to build and develop and grow that part. And so, soul progression, soul development, it's being able to critically look at where you are in a tangible way and work through it and navigate through it in a tangible way. This is spirit work. This is what it means to be doing spiritual work. Spirit work is nourishing and replenishing your spirit, replenishing the fire, the life force in you that naturally gets creative and that wants to do more and wants to create, because there's certain goals and mission that your soul has. You can only move on to the next mission So it's wonderful. You might even have a vision. But the only way that you can move on to the next one is once you've mastered and taken in what this depth looks like. And once you've mastered it and you're like, okay, now I feel steady and stable enough that not only am I good in this place, but I'm also good in other areas of my life too. And so now that I'm okay in this area of my life, now I can give some more. Now I can expand myself. Now I can learn something else, right? So it's going through this journey of learning about yourself, of raising yourself, of replenishing yourself. This is what it also means to be an adult. This is what maturity is. It's not spiritual work is not something only philosophical. The philosophy of it, the story of it, it's wonderful, it's inspiring. Sometimes that's what we need to grow, to actually light a little fire and go with it. But the work is you actually doing it, you living it, you practicing it, you failing at it so you can grow and do it again and do it better. Each time you're always doing it better because you're doing it and reaching it and showing up in it with a different set of eyes, with a different set of reality, with you understanding that, hey, you actually, it's wonderful that you have this natural skill and gift, but at the same time, it's not good enough. In a sense that it's time for you to develop. It's wonderful that you are strong in this area, but you also need these other parts of you so you can develop it even more. And this is the practice of mastering what it means for you to be you, of mastering what it means for you to, of mastering your skill. Yeah. Master your skill, put in the work, put in the effort, go learn, collaborate with others. When you collaborate with others, it means that you will meet people that revere you and say it's wonderful what you're doing. And then it's also another part where you meet people that say, you know what, you kind of suck at this little part. You need to develop this little part. And you're like, I don't know how to do that. The thing is, either you will be shown how to do it and where to go, and that other person that's going to teach you that or show you that or inspire you, it's another human being that's going to give you that inspiration. And that'll be presented to you because you want to see it. When you're courageous enough to look at an idea that feels scary and daunting, this is how you develop yourself. This is how you become more vast, more knowledgeable. And the knowledge becomes wisdom. It's not just a theory anymore, uh, it's a practice theory. It's practice. And when it's practice is when it becomes wisdom. And this wisdom is what you teach others from. You teach from wisdom. And everything in my mind just went blank. So I am going to be leaving the message here. I truly hope that you got something out of this. Um, yeah, I truly hope that you got something out of this, and I wish you guys all the best, and I will speak to you soon.